3,000 feet.
Keep talking.
3,000 feet.
As a documentary, what documentaries do you like to make?
I've always been passionate about character stories. You know, I think what makes Austin really unique are the people. Only the fentanyl addicts and some weirdos are here.
Oh, well, I want to only interview those types of people, to be honest with you. I don't want anybody fucking normal sitting down with me. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Look at this. You got free coffee and you get to connect.
Exactly.
That's amazing. What's happening? We're in downtown Austin and we're having coffee with strangers. What's up, dude? It's like Crocodile Dundee up in here. I love your fucking hat.
Cheers.
What's your name?
Jan.
Jan? Nice to meet you, man. My name's Adam.
Adam.
Yeah, man. Where are you from, Jan?
I was born and raised in Finland.
Finland?
Half German. Yeah.
Amazing, dude. I'm German.
Du are?
Yeah.
Sprichst du Deutsch?
I do not sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Was? Warum nicht?
I recently found out I'm an Ashkenazi Jew.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which was an interesting discovery. I always
How did
thought.
you discover that? Do you want me to put this on?
Hang it on your necklace there.
Is it on?
We grew up. Yep, it's on. We grew up German in our household, but like.
Where?
In the Midwest. We're from Milwaukee originally, but my grandpa left Germany in 1922 and signed to the Ellis Island. The USS Resolute is where he came over.
Wow, 1922.
Yeah, it was during the
First World War.
It was during the height of obviously the anti-Semitic movement. Started in 1920, and by 1925 it hit its kind of peak in that area. So I had some history lessons and some DNA tests and things that showed me, but it's great to get to know you. That's what we're really here about, man. We're here about you to find out what Jan does. So yeah, what do you do, man?
I also want to find out about you, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that. So tell me, Jan, what about yourself? Why'd you want to have a seat with me and talk about?
I like the concept, and I'm a documentary maker myself, part-time. And I wanted to explore what you're doing. You look like a good guy.
Yeah. Well, I
And
appreciate
I love
that.
Coffee, so why not?
What do you think about our coffee?
It's really good. Yeah.
Amazing.
I love black coffee, and I may drink a little bit too much of it, but this is really good.
Science shows you can have 6 cups a day and you're totally fine. Even more than that.
You're taking care of you have a special method of protecting it from mold and all that.
Yeah. It's all high elevation grown, and then we nitro pack it. We roast it all in Colombia. And
Where can I get it?
strongcoffeecompany.com. We also have a coffee trailer right over on 5th
You sell
Street.
through Amazon or
We're also on Amazon as well. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I'll give you a little thing so you can.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure, dude. So I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
And it helps me get to know you and for everybody else to get to know you as quickly as possible. Tell me, outside of this cup of coffee, what's the best cup of coffee you've ever had and where were you?
Best cup of coffee I've had was in Italy. The espressos there are absolutely different dimension. They get you high so fast, and they're so pure and they're so potent. It's like a different dimension. It's really hard to find coffee. I mean, you are an exception in America. Most of the American coffee is shit.
Yeah.
That's the fact.
Yeah, the coffee in Italy has that crema, that like top layer of oil on it, that like that body to it that is just...
And they make it with love.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
Here, everything's centralized. Their coffee is pretty much decentralized. I actually may not know what I'm talking about here, but I'm actually guessing that coffee comes from much more smaller establishments and family establishments, because nothing else would explain the taste and quality.
A lot of it comes down to how they sort the beans before roasting them.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if the beans aren't sorted properly, you have like a different size beans, so then the bean roasts at a different rate.
Right.
A lot of the time, the microclimates in the regions dictate the terpenes, the flavors that come out, but they only come out when the roast is done in a special way. Unfortunately, in America, we don't know how to roast coffee, which is why we roast our coffee in Colombia. And I'm sure the coffee that you had in Italy was probably roasted by them or someone local who has some kind of cultural craft
Right.
to the idea of how they roast versus us just throwing hundreds of pounds of beans into a thing, turning it on and being like, see you in 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, when we were in Colombia, you can literally see like them heat mapping it and doing all these special things so it doesn't burn.
Right.
And then we go and individually sort through the beans and pick out beans that have weird coloring on them to make
hand picking.
Oh,
Yeah.
we literally are hand picking post roast
I love that.
to make sure that no bad bean is entering our bag.
That's the effect of love on the coffee. Yeah,
Totally.
I really believe it has a huge effect. I stumbled on a small farm in Costa Rica while I was looking land.
Okay.
It was like maybe 3,000 feet.
Keep talking.
3,000 feet
Yeah.
high, and I found this small little yard, and they were just hand picking the beans there so delicately and one at a time. And I bought that coffee, and I have to say, outside of Italy, that has always been my favorite. I actually drive there occasionally just to buy a massive amount and live from it for like 6 months at a time.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're such a coffee lover, dude. That makes it great that we're actually having a seat then. If I gave you off the rest of the day to do whatever you want, what would you do with it?
I can pretty much already define what I'll do for the rest of the day.
Okay.
I'm already free. I started my day today by going to swim in Barton Springs. Then I did some core exercises right there with my friends for an hour. Now I'm going to go and have coffee, and I found you.
Look at this. You got free coffee and you get to connect.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
So the rest of the day I don't know yet about, but I'm planning to chill and be creative.
That's amazing. Speaking of being creative, what is the most Austin thing you have ever done?
The most Austin.
Yeah, we know what that means, right? Like, what's the weirdest, most Austin type thing that you've done here?
Weirdest, most Austin type thing.
Outside of having coffee with a total stranger on a bridge.
You know, I think what makes Austin really unique are the people. And going to the classical networking parties in Austin is a totally different experience from, let's say, LA or New York. Because you have a lot of, like, rebellious souls here who are thinking individually about the future and the state of the planet. And I'm personally working with a lot of people who are decentralizing, getting into Bitcoin, securing their data and privacy with independent servers. And I think there's a subterranean tech culture here that is going to boom very rapidly.
Yeah, I mean, they are calling it the next Silicon Valley,
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
I think you're right on par with that thought.
Yeah.
As a documentary, documentarian?
Documentarian?
Yeah. What documentaries do you like to make? Like, what is something that you are passionate about?
I've always been passionate about character stories.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
what makes characters? What drives them? I made a lot of.
So like exposés almost in a way.
Yeah, I started my first films I made in mid-90s. I'm an old guy, and it had to do with actually a masseur in Germany during Second World War who was massaging Heinrich Himmler, head of SS, and supposedly saved hundreds of thousands of Jews by manipulating Himmler's mind. But actually, during the research, we found out that was the opposite. He was himself
Deranging him?
He was himself part of SS.
Oh,
And
wow.
I like these type of investigative stories a lot. I made an expose on a serial killer called Sobrash and interviewed him in a prison in Kathmandu.
Wow.
And then I made a bunch of exposés and character profiles on pyromaniacs, sex addicts, etc. in the past. Now, what interests me are the people who are driving the tech revolution and are thinking outside of the matrix. Okay, how do we secure ourselves from, let's say if the government gets absolutely crazy. It's pretty crazy already, but let's say we introduce digital currencies and all that. What do you do when you're you have straying opinions and your bank account might be shut down because of your opinions, which is already happening in, well, China, Canada, now it's happening in
It happened to Kanye.
Spain. Right. UK, CBDC is being introduced right now in US under the Genius Act. They just renamed it. So all of this is happening in the next 12 months. So I'm very, very curious about people who see what's happening and how they're preparing for that.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's certainly, we are in for a very interesting future.
Yeah, next few years are going to be
between AI and decentralized currency
AI
and
is massive.
Energy. You know, the energy crisis. Right. There is no crisis.
There is no crisis.
But we continue to say it so we can charge more for it.
Thank you for saying that. Yes. There is no fucking scarcity. There is absolutely none of these problems were being forecasted.
It's the same thing that happened between Nikola Tesla and Bell, you know, with wanting to have AC, direct current versus alternating current. They wanted generators every mile. Exactly. Versus Nikola Tesla was like, we could do them every 10 miles and we could save all this money and we could produce the same amount of power. Right. But it was like, create the crisis so that you could charge more for all the things that the people need. Yeah. And I could go off on a tangent on that.
Me too, man. We could talk for 6 hours.
Aren't
you getting fried right now?
I am, dude. I am, but it's totally okay. It's totally okay. I appreciate it. I was telling my cameraman, I'm like, on the next setup, I'm definitely gonna need sunglasses because these light eyes burn, baby. They burn.
You could have a little umbrella here. Because I like the setup.
I like the umbrella idea. Yeah. I will have an umbrella.
Yeah.
Good idea, Jan.
And maybe come earlier, like 6:30. This is absolutely magical.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Only the fentanyl addicts and some weirdos are here.
Oh well, I want to only interview those types of people. To be honest with you, I don't want anybody fucking normal sitting down with me.
Stop yeah, exactly.
If you had a soundtrack to your life, what song would be playing right now?
Beethoven's Seventh.
Oh, concerto.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you know how that goes kind of in your head? Could you give me the melody?
Oh, fuck, man. Don't ask that.
Come on, just your best shot. Your best shot. We'll backfill it with some music. I love it. Dude, that's I love that people are willing to sit down and go this deep when so often we are living in these superficial spaces, right? Where we only scratch the surface to a conversation, and yet I know you better than I know somebody that I've known for 6 months that I've met up with 20 times. What do you contribute that to? The human factor of superficial connection versus deep connection?
I think it's engineered. It's the whole culture of and there's so many drivers that make us separate from each other. These narratives of how we are supposed to act and what is success based on, and even marriage. You lock yourself in with one person and supposed to lock yourself into one household without really reaching out to other people as much. All of these things are contributing to the type of unhealthy individualism, I think. And it's interesting, in Austin I see quite a lot of micro communities where they're much more open.
You're speaking like open sexually?
No.
Because that's a thing too.
I hope.
Yes.
I haven't been long enough to get real exposure.
There's plenty of that here, buddy.
but you can literally sit down with anyone and start a good conversation, just like with you.
Yeah.
I don't see that, or maybe it's a bias. I really love Austin after a short while, but that's my experience here. I landed here first time in July 24, and now I've been here 6 weeks in a row, and it's just great.
That's awesome, man. I love that. What is something that you once strongly believed in, but no longer believe at all?
Wow, you have good questions, man. What you strongly believed in? Well, there was Santa Claus, I once believed that we have an energy crisis. I once believed that we have a climate crisis. I once believed that there's a governance system that wants its best for its people. And that the education system is safe and sound and good for people. And I've reversed my opinions on all of these things. I think that right now is time for people to start thinking for themselves and prepare for systems and communities where they can make sovereign decisions.
Yeah, I could agree with most of those things. Yeah, we were raised, especially in the States, it's climate control, recycle, like all these different things, and then you find out that like 70% of what we recycle doesn't even get recycled. And it's like, why are we doing this? Like, why are we presenting this false reality?
We're building scarcity to every single narrative, like you said.
Yeah.
Money, a fiat currency. What was it? Since we discarded the Bretton Woods contract, having the US dollar tied to the gold, it's lost 95% of its value. I think Bitcoin is going to save a lot of issues if we can push it through. And same for energy. The narrative on energy is bullshit. And down to oil and how is oil generated. It's not coming from dinosaurs, dead dinosaurs.
Fossil fuel.
For fossil fuel. It's not. It's unlimited.
Yes.
So all these scarcity narratives are built to control.
Did you recently see that guy, I think his name is Miles, maybe? He is turning plastic into gasoline.
Yes. And by the way,
when will he die?
No, seriously. I was talking
I'm not laughing about somebody dying.
I was talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
How come he's not dead?
Yeah.
One of the guys I'm working with on the film project I'm doing right now just invented a engine part that you can insert into any combustion engine, and they're increasing the mileage from 15 to 150 to 200%
more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Per gallon.
That's crazy.
And they just recorded in the last 2 weeks. They drove to Washington D.C. from here, and I don't remember the bottom line average, but it was over 150 miles per gallon.
Wow. Yeah. That's insane.
So these kind of things are happening in Austin. That's why it's great.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What is one question you wish more people asked you? You're like, damn, I wish more people asked me about this. I wish more people trusted my opinion on this question.
I think the fundamental thing where I have a little bit to contribute is frequencies. Because aside from production, I work at a frequency clinic here, and the ability to use very, very subtle frequencies and electromagnetic fields to measure and treat the human body is a secret art that's been suppressed for over 100 years.
Like PMF type frequencies and beyond?
Similar. The technology we're using is Swiss-German, and it does 200 million spectral measurements in 12 minutes. And it gets you a very, very fundamental understanding of where your energy blockades and resistant points are. Why is the energy flowing? Where is it flowing well? Where is it not flowing so well? So we can target a protocol that's really addressing the root causes of energy loss.
And where is this place and what is it called
it's
that
only
does
15 minutes away from here. We call it Centropy Institute, Centropy.Institute.
Okay.
Centropy is the opposite of entropy.
Okay. Yep.
And we're registered as a PMA, a private ministerial association, and we're expressing, faith about your condition based on the measurements. Because if we set that under a medical operation, we would be sued immediately.
Totally.
So we protect ourselves and the client by being a PMA, and we use very, very advanced approaches to help people become energy self-sufficient, which means self-healing.
That sounds amazing. I may have to come check it out.
You need to come by, and I will introduce you to the team, because we have big community, and they all need coffee.
Yeah.
And I think you'll love it. And we'll do a freebie measurement on you.
Oh, well, dude, I mean, you guys don't have to do that, but I mean, it sounds amazing.
I want to do it as an intro.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Last question. And you can ruminate over this last sip of coffee.
Can I have one more?
Of course, my friend. The question is, what keeps you strong? What keeps you going, man? Mediocrity is so easy to obtain. So why chase greatness?
I don't think I'm chasing greatness per se. I'm not a person who wants to be very public, but
you don't want to be normal either.
No, I'm 59 now. I try to keep, what's very important for me, I try to keep in shape with natural methods. I want to get sunlight, I want to get good air, I want to move, I want to exercise, I want to get resistance, I want to do new things, I want to travel. I think it's very important to get different signals in your life, not stay put in one type of pattern for too long. Yeah. That's one anti-aging protocol. The other one is purpose. Lock in your purpose. What are you all about, and how are you going to contribute rather than optimize your whatever. You know, a lot of people are talking about longevity and comfort and security, but I think that life force comes from challenges that you believe in and your contribution to a community or a purpose. And I've seen people live so badly in terms of what they eat and drink and blah blah do, but if they have a purpose, all that can be, you know, overcome. It's literally the purpose. Having a strong mindset and purpose is the greatest driver of longevity and life force.
100%. You can't be consistent without a compass, right? You have to have direction.
Right. What's yours, if I may ask?
My family.
Nice.
Yeah. I grew up with very little, and I have not wanted to give them a lot in the sense of riches, but give them more of myself. You know, I feel like I barely knew my dad before I lost him. And,
sorry to hear that.
And as somebody with 2 daughters, I want my kids to know me better than they know their best friends, you know, and for me to be able to do that, I have to have enough freedom and self-worth and confidence in myself. And that only comes from living your purpose. Because if you're trapped in somebody else's dream, how do you create a reality that is beautiful for everybody around you?
Absolutely. That's amazing. Congratulations for finding that path.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Dude, it's been really good to get to know you.
Likewise. I really hope that you genuinely come by.
Oh, I will.
It's changed now.
I never turned down a free thing, bro. And I love the idea of science. I love the science behind it. I was a very early stage biohacker 15, 16 years ago, where people thought I was crazy then. Now what I was crazy about is like normalized, you know? And it was great to be crazy then. But now it's nice to have what I thought validated by so many other people far more intelligent than I.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny, my father was born in Germany in 1926, I think.
Wow.
So he was just old enough to enter the war and got captured on the East Front almost immediately. But he got the point is that he got the old German medicine education. And what he was teaching me when I was a kid, I grew up in Finland, was basically the latest in biohacking, but I got all of that down in the 70s. I mean, he threw me in cold showers when I was 5 and 6. He fed high-fat diets to me, and meat and intermittent fasting and eating nuts and avoiding carbs, all of that, you know, stuff that we consider now to be biohacking.
Yeah.
It's kind of standard lifestyle doing that.
Totally. Yeah, the Finnish and like Germans and Russians have definitely, you know, I mean, well, any almost like true cultural regional hold of sorts, you know, like even Native Americans, like with sweat lodges and stuff like that, they understood the importance of detoxifying or nature and grounding and all those things.
You know, Apaches during 19th, I think late 18th century, early 19th century, they could run 80 miles through a scorching desert and
1 minute, brother.
and outrun a cavalry horse,
Oh, wow.
Apache.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. The Jim Thorpe, the greatest, one of the greatest athletes ever, Native American. You know, I mean, the guy could run, jump, throw, like he could do anything. And he was a Native American that, I mean, now they, the Thorpe Award. I mean, like, it's like the greatest athlete. He was considered,
check it out.
oh, check out Jim Thorpe. He was considered like the greatest athlete
Nice.
in the sense of like his natural abilities were just uncanny.
Nice.
And and a Native American. So it was an honor getting to know you, man.
You too, man.
Appreciate you, dude.